Hello everybody, Jason Basin back in the house. Welcome vinyl community. And this is part 2 of top 10 artists in my vinyl collection, part 2. So I hope you enjoyed part 1. On the number 1 were the Sisters of Mercy and Tangerine Dream, together with 21 points. We're gonna see if in part 2 now we're gonna see the top 10 of the artists only with the vinyl records. So only the vinyls are counted. So maybe there was an artist in the first part who had 10 points, but he had 3 CDs and 7 vinyls. Now in the second part he will only have 7 points, not 10 points. You see the difference. So now in this top 10 we don't count the cassettes nor the CDs with the vinyls. No, only the vinyls we count here in part 2. And we're gonna see how this will change the top 10 that we had in part 1. On 10 we have with 9 points that I have seen in the first part and also in the second part. In the top 10 artists must have 9 things before they can get into the top 10. So this is on 10 with 9 points: Status Quo, Confettis, Cerrone and The Doors on 10. In the first part, The Doors in the top 10, where we counted everything, were on number 5, and now without that The Doors are falling back to number 10. How is it possible? That's because I counted, I have several CDs of The Doors, so that made that they now fall back to the number 10. And I will show you some artists here on the number 10. First I'm gonna show you the records of Status Quo that I have in my collection. This was one that was for years and years on my wish list, and then finally I could find him, Status Quo and On the Level. I searched this album. Why? Because on this album there is a very good hard rock record, one of my favorite hard rock records forever. Yes, I will show you this 7-inch, Down Down. So as you can see it here on the back is this album, On the Level, with Rick Parfitt, his name here. I think he was the guitar player, very good guitar player. I think he was a guitar player, Rick Parfitt. It were John Goughlin, Francis Rossi, Richard Parfitt and Alan Lancaster. Status Quo. And I have a lot of 7 inches of Status Quo. No CDs, no tapes, but I have a lot of nice 7 inches. Here Status Quo live. Okay. Then we have Status Quo, Don't Drive My Car. Yes, don't drive my car when you are drunk. In the past there was a lady, I went out, and then outside there was a lady, she wanted that I go with her to her house. She said, come, I will drive us, get in my car. But I have seen it, she was drunk and she wanted to drive. I said, no, I don't come into your car. Even if it's a nice lady, don't do it, guys. So even if she is really sexy and she's really a hot thing, but don't do it, because when people are drunk they do accidents, and you are also the victim. So don't do it. When it happens tomorrow again, I will refuse those things. People who have drunk, you don't get into their cars. so that you must remind. Status quo and accident prone. So I talked about accidents. People who drink are accident prone. They will do accidents. Then status quo and mystery song. And we have here status quo and rain. You lost the laugh. Rain, we'll have rain here in Belgium today and tomorrow. Tomorrow 30 degrees. It will be a very hot day, but I stay inside. Status quo. And here their big hit, status quo and whatever you want. On the other side, hard right. So that were the vinyls of status quo. So status quo on number 10 with 9 points. Then we go to the number 9. No, I'm gonna show you the vinyls first. The vinyls of Confettis. Confettis was a project, a new beat project. It was a band, so 2 music makers, but those 2 music makers didn't go on stage. They have searched a man with 4 ladies who danced a lot and could dance very well. The Confettis. The new beat times, it was the beginning of the new beat here in Belgium, and this was the sound of sea. Check it out. Also a very nice video in Brussels. They all blocked the traffic in Brussels. Really nice video. And I think this single sold more than 1 million copies in Europe. So I think it was 2 million that it has sold. So it is also a very good song. The sound of sea of Confettis. Here we have the mega mix. Then this must be one of their last 7 inches, I think. Sea Mobility Cossack House. Then we have here Confettis Circling Stars. That was for Christmas. Merry Christmas. Then we have here Confettis Countdown. The playing cards. Then we have Confettis Put 'Em Up Your Hands. Very big hit also. Here we have the singer, let's say, or the leader of the gang, Peter, but he is already deceased. Rest in peace, Peter. Also a big hit for Confettis Sea Day, Confetti Day. And we have the next records, and I show you those together. Sea in China, 2 times here, Sea in China, the original version. In the rice field? No, in Hong Kong. Sea in China, and this was the acid remix. The Confetti, so a very successful project, band. They did concerts at the high times. They did concerts, 4 or 5 concerts on one night or more. They came 30 minutes. I have seen them, Confettis, in the past in the Fix in Aalst. I saw also that was with I saw Fantasia also, but that night it was Confettis, and afterwards it was Neon. Also Neon had a big hit then with Baby Wants to Ride from Jamie Principle. Jamie Principle was then that night there in the discotheque, and he performed together with Neon Baby Wants to Ride. Wonderful track. Check it out on the track on Spotify and also on YouTube. The Confetti, so also on 10 in this top 10 artists in my vinyl collection. So the Confettis on 10 with 9 points also. Then we go to number 9. On 9 we have OMD, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. In the previous part 1 they were also on the number 9 in with 10 points, and here they are still with 10 points. That comes because they have all their points, they have get their points with vinyl records. but of orchestral maneuvers in the dark I have mostly 7 inches. I will show you those now. So OMD on 9 with 10 points. This is a very nice. Orchestral maneuvers in the dark and electricity. I think this was their first hit. Then we have Souvenir. And then we have Pandora's Box. And we have Genetic Engineering. And we have Maid of Orleans, big hit. In Belgium the band Leopold III would do a cover of this and they called it Volle Maan, Full Moon. And then I will first show you this. I had this 7-inch Enola Gay with a landscape, but this was for Europe, I think. In England, on Virgin, it came with this picture, nice picture of OMD. And we have this 7-inch Telegraph, also on Virgin. I will show you the record, this in the silver edition, silver plastic, Virgin. So this was already the little albums, and then I show you the big albums. First I show you this one, Architecture and Morality. Their big first hits on it, on this also. Souvenir, She's Leaving, Joan of Arc. And yeah, Souvenir, wonderful, very nice sleeve. So you can put then this also like this, the other side in it. So and then you get this, really nice. And then still one record I will take off the cover so it doesn't shine too much. Organization, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. This was the album that influenced me a lot. This was my first album. I went with my mother there. It was on the 2nd of February 1982. This was my first pop record ever, let's say. I had records, but that were old records from my parents. These were really the first, my real first records bought for me with modern music in that time. Fantastic. Enola Gay. After all those years, it stays fantastic. And they are still touring, I think, still doing concerts. Really good band. Andy McCluskey and Paul Stanley, is that the other man, his name? Paul Humphreys. So is it Paul Humphreys and Andy McCluskey? Power couple. Organization and Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. On 9 with 10 points. Only OMD on 9. Then we go to the number 8. On 8 we have the Virgin Prunes, David Bowie and Echo and the Bunnymen with 11 points. In the first top 10, the Virgin Prunes, they were on place 6 and now on place 8. That's because they have CDs. That makes that they have that now it are only the vinyls that are counted, so they have only 11 vinyls, and here they have 12, so one CD they had 12 points, 6th place, and now they tumble down to place 8 with 11 points. David Bowie on 8, he was also on 6, now on 8, and Echo and the Bunnymen, they were also higher, they were on 8, and now they stay the same on 8 and they rest on 8. And I will show you now the records, and then I have the vinyls of Echo and the Bunnymen. So this was one that I found in Heist op den Berg, silver. Then I show you this one, very nice. This I could find in Brussels. I regret I didn't film that. I was then in 2 or 3 shops years and years ago. And this is bell box and belly hoe. Second is Run Run Run, painted black, and Friction. Run Run Run, that's Velvet Underground, painted black. That's the Rolling Stones. And Friction, is that The Cure? So it has some stamped sleeve. It's I will pull away. Do you see it? It has some stamps. Here also it's stamped into Echo and the Bunnymen. Really wonderful silver bed bugs and belly hoe club remix. And then the second two versions is the LP version, and then so the second thing are live recordings. Then we have this one, Never Stop Discotheque, Echo and the Bunnymen. Never Stop, Heads Will Roll summer version, and the original Cutter, A Drop in the Ocean. You want to see, is this on Korova? Yes, it's on the Korova label. Echo and the Bunnymen on 8 so in our top 10 here, only vinyls. Also I put away the plastic. Echo and the Bunnymen shine so hard. This is really a 12-inch that you must search. Fantastic. Also very nice pictures on the sleeve, and look at that, the inner. And here we have publicity for their debut album Crocodiles, and this is really wonderful. These are live concerts: Crocodiles, Zimbo, All That Jazz, and Over the Wall. This was brought out in 1980, so that's already 45 years old, and it stays fantastic. And this record, you could see it in my in my vinyls that I found in Eupen on the record fair. This I found there also, Echo and the Bunnymen, with all the Peel sessions, the best of Peel sessions on this record. So we have All That Jazz, Over the Wall, All My Colors, Back of Love, Seven Seas, Ocean Rain, Nocturnal Me, Rescue. That's edition and recorded in 1997, and they open it with Villiers Terrace and Read It in Books. Echo and the Bunnymen, wonderful record. And then I'm going to show you their 4 first records: Echo and the Bunnymen, Crocodiles. Crocodiles, really nice tricks, songs. Stars Are Stars. Crocodiles, Rescue, of course, Villiers Terrace, Pictures on My Wall, All That Jazz, and Happy Dead Man. One after one, nice tracks. Then we have Heaven Up Here. You could already see this record in my favorite records of all time. In my fantastic records or amazing records, great records. Check out those videos here on my channel. Heaven Up Here, really wonderful. Over the Wall, that will be the Berlin Wall. Heaven Up Here, Turquoise Days, All I Want, and A Promise. Wonderful, wonderful album. I'm gonna show you the inner sleeve. So, Heaven Up Here, an album that should be in each one's his collection. Then we have Echo and the Bunnymen, Porcupine. I think they went to Iceland for this. This is the inner sleeve. And of course also on the Korova label, Porcupine, their 3rd album. And on this one we have the Cutter. It opens with the Cutter, and it opens. The second track is Back of Love. I can already show you this. This is the 7" of Back of Love, and on the B side we have the subjects. Echo and the Bunnymen. And then which tracks are My White Devil, also very nice. We have Heads Will Roll, Gods Will Be Gods. Very good album also. And then their masterpiece, maybe their best album from those four, together with Heaven Up Here, certainly Echo and the Bunnymen and Ocean Rain. And from this Ocean Rain, on this Ocean Rain was of course this track. It's been said this is the best pop song ever written, and it could be like that. This is The Killing Moon, and on the B side there is Do It Clean. Do It Clean is not on this album. On this album are the great tracks Silver, Nocturnal Me, Crystal Days, The Yo-Yo Man, Torn of Crowds, fantastic. The Atmosphere, The Killing Moon, Seven Seas, My Kingdom, and it ends with Ocean Rain. Really a masterpiece. And as you can see, they hired people, classical trained people, violins. It was recorded in Paris, recorded at Studio des Dames in Paris. Orchestral arrangements, piano and solo. Adam Peters, by Adam Peters. This album was also engineered by Henry Lowstar, if I can get it right, and Jill Norton. So Echo and the Bunnymen, fantastic colors, fantastic record sleeve. Echo and the Bunnymen. So these were Echo and the Bunnymen, and I see the time is moving, so we're gonna move also up. They were on 8. Then on 7 we have Fat Gadget and the Rolling Stones with 12 points. Fat Gadget, where was he in the other top 10? He was on 6. Here he tumbles down 1 place to 7, and the Rolling Stones, they were on 6 and they also tumble 1 place to 7 with 12 points. And I show you Fat Gadget. Fat Gadget. People who are subscribed to my channel have already seen this Fat Gadget single, so subscribe to my channel and you won't miss a thing in the future. This was Fat Gadget, Back to Nature. This is Mute Records 002. Do you know the 001 on Mute Records? That was the group of the label boss Daniel Miller, and his project was The Normal and Warm Leatherette. That was the first 7" on Mute Records. I have that record, that 7" also. This is a very nice one, Fat Gadget, Saturday Night Special, and Swallow It live on the B side. I like that track, Swallow It. Collapsing New People and Spoil the Child. Fat Gadget, Disc I Discover Love. One day I have bought all the singles of Fat Gadget. Only 2 I don't have that were remixes from 2001. Those I don't have. Maybe there is already another remix of Fat Gadget, it's possible, but after all I have his official, the very first ones. I have all his 7" live on the line. This is also a very nice one, King of the Flies and Plain Clothes. And we have this one, Ricky's Hand. That video is on the internet, Fat Gadget and Ricky's Hand. and one of the people of the weatherman, he is busy with yes, with a drill. Then we have here Fat Gadget insecticide, and we have the same single insecticide but in this cover, and we close it here with Fat Gadget and Lady Shave. So Fat Gadget, he was on 7 together with the Rolling Stones, and I will check the time because time is going fast, very fast. Where is the time? I'm searching for it. So yes, we are at the end. So I just must say the top 10, top 6, let's say. On 6 we have Jean-Michel Jarre, 13 points. On 5 The Human League and Visage with 15 points, if I see it well, 14 points. On 4 the Bollock Brothers and Ultravox. On 3 Simple Minds and Killing Joke with 16 points. On 2 Tangerine Dream, they fall down from 1 to 2 in this top 10. Tangerine Dream with 19 points, and on 1 with 20 points around we have the Sisters of Mercy. So in the top 10 only with the vinyls, Sisters of Mercy win. Second silver is for Tangerine Dream, and third place is for Simple Minds together with Killing Joke. So fantastic bands. In the other top 10 where we count all the things, the Simple Minds is on 3, also on 2 is Killing Joke, now Killing Joke is on 3, and on 1 Tangerine Dream and Sisters of Mercy. But in this top 10 Sisters of Mercy rule. So we will see in a half year will that still be the case. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the good weather here in Belgium or other or somewhere else where you are watching this video. I hope you have a good time, and don't forget, with vinyl the sun always shines. Thanks for watching, and you see and hear me in the next video. Okay, and don't forget it, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.